Good evening, YouTube. Welcome to the first episode of Paisano's Music and Rock Talk. If you've noticed, the name of the channel has changed because we are about to move into a new phase involving CDs, involving cassettes, involving another record collection that was donated to me. This is not necessarily the last record of mine from my collection. I think we got one or two more. I incorrectly thought this was going to be the last one, but that's not the case. Paisano was a little under the weather, battling a slight cold. You'll have to bear with me from time to time. This is a Zeppelin bootleg from their last tour in 1980, and it's called Platinum. It's from the soundboard. It sounds phenomenal. My goodness. What a great sounding show. From the last tour, the ill-fated European tour of 1980, June and July, early July, through several European cities. This one is the first half of the Brussels, Belgium show. And the second half is pretty much the encores, and they're included on another record. So the idea was there was three records, and all in conjunction with each other. And conceivably, if you had all three, you would have two complete Led Zeppelin shows from their last tour. And this is a good mix of old and new on here. They had a lot more material to draw upon by 1980. And this was only the third show into the European tour, and there were only maybe a dozen dates left before the last ever Led Zeppelin show with all four original members was performed on July 7th in Berlin, Germany. And as we all know, there was an American tour planned for October, but John Bonham died from essentially an alcohol overdose. His body, while he was asleep, rejected the amount of alcohol that he had consumed, and he vomited, and he didn't wake up, and he choked on his own vomit and died. 32 years old, a complete tragedy. One of rock's greatest drummers in one of rock's greatest bands gone. And they never, they played some one-offs at Live Aid, and they did that show at the O2 Arena in 2007 or 2008. But there were no more Zeppelin tours after that. Jimmy Page had issued a statement shortly thereafter of John Bonham's death, and explained that they would no longer be continuing as they were, obviously. They weren't going to replace him. Irreplaceable is what he was. Irreplaceable in an irreplaceable band. This was at the, I believe this was outside of a soccer stadium, Vorst Stadium, I believe, in Brussels. I think it's an outdoor soccer stadium, to be honest with you. But like I said, from the soundboard, my God, there's very minimal crowd noise naturally. It coming from the board itself. Very loud, very upfront, very clear. And they were still tight. Jimmy Page was battling a heroin addiction at this point, which was to peak after Zeppelin broke up. I would say it peaked around the times of the Arms concerts in 1983. He was looking very frail and very pale, and just not playing very well. And thank goodness he cleaned himself up. Got together with Paul Rodgers, who he collaborated with a little during the Arms shows, and started the firm. And he straightened himself out, and he's thriving today. Jimmy Page, one of my favorite guitarists of all time. And like I said, they broke out some songs they hadn't played in quite a while. It kicks off with Train Kept A Rollin', which was soaked in wah-wah, but a rockin' version, followed by Nobody's Fault But Mine, that goes right into Black Dog, and then we get In the Evening from In Through the Outdoor, the Rain Song from Houses of the Holy, Hot Dog from the last album there, 1979, All of My Love, also from 1979, Trampled Underfoot from Physical Graffiti, Since I've Been Loving You from the third album, Achilles' Last Stand from Presence, White Summer, Jimmy's guitar instrumental that he was still performing in 1980. Black Mountain Side is part of White Summer, but it's also listed separately as a separate song, but it's encompassed in White Summer. And this album finishes with Cashmere. The second part of this show has pretty much the encores, Stairway to Heaven, Rock and Roll, and Whole Lot of Love. And I don't have those records. I have a guy I work with, a friend of the show, a friend of the channel, Al Anderson, has the second half of one of the shows, not this one. It's called Dinosaur, and the other record is called Moonlight. So it's Platinum, Dinosaur, and Moonlight are the three records that encompass two complete Led Zeppelin shows from the 1980 European tour. This came out on Waggle Records, bootleg label. They might have been in conjunction with the Trademark of Quality, because I see their the Trademark of Quality stamp on this label. I never noticed that before. I wonder if this record goes with this this jacket, because I don't think this is a Waggle. I don't think this is a Trademark of Quality. Let's look at the other record. We'll find out some things soon. This is not the original sleeve, obviously. This is Waggle Records. I'm thinking that Trademark of Quality is not the second record of this. I think that goes with another record, to be honest with you. So, Paisano has some things to track down here. I gotta track down the other record for this and get it in its proper home. Now, that being said, who knows what you're gonna come across on the old channel now. You could see a CD next week, you could see an album, you could see a cassette, you never know. It's Rock Talk, as only Paisano can pull off. Knows it's running like crazy, people. Paisano is just a trifle under the weather. You'll have to bear with me. All right. So, I don't think we're going to do an album draw tomorrow night. Maybe late in the week I'll reveal what we're going to review. I haven't really decided what we're going to do. As you'll notice, Genevieve, my lovely co-host, is not with us tonight. She's out gallivanting with her sister. I'm sure she'll be back next week. So until then, YouTube, thank you and good night.